Okay, for my audio log, the book I chose was License to Thrill, which I'm guessing is probably going to be a lot of people's choice just because of how much we've done with it, which is understandable. I mean, it's not too bad of a book. There's a lot of big words and words I don't understand in it. I didn't know there was that many James Bond movies. Like, what the heck? I think the only ones I really like, though, were, like, the first two we watched, and then the latest one we watched, because the others were just, they were too old, and I couldn't look at them. They were just weird. I don't know. While reading this, I learned a lot of new things, like, why James Bond was James Bond, or, like, what they did as, like, for the novel. I mean, they talked about each movie while in it. Like, they explain, like, the movie, they'd say what it is, and then they'd explain, like, how it was made, or, like, what was in it. Like, they'd say nudity was in it. They'd be like, this movie is gonna have nudity in it, and it's like, okay, thanks for the information. I gladly wanted to know that before I watched this movie, because, let's be honest, James Bond, he was a player. He knew when to get things done and when not to do things. I mean, sometimes it backfired on him. Like we've seen in the movies, he'd get captured or something, or the girl was like trying not to kill him. You know, not buddies. They just wanted you to, you know, tell them what the password is for something. And then it's like, oh no, James Bond is sad. What are we gonna do now? So that's what we do. We watch, we learn, and I don't know, have a little bit of fun. Which, by the way, throughout this thing, you're gonna get a lot of rants, because I love ranting, and these videos are really helpful, because ranting is just nice. I don't know if you like doing it. I like doing it. I'm pretty sure you do like it, doing it, because I've seen your Twitter posts, and I've been in, like, a ton of your classes, so I know you like ranting. I think it's gonna sound weird, but, like, the chapter I found, like, the most meaningful, I don't know, was, I know it sounds wrong, like, but, like, the first one, because it told the story of, like, why James Bond was made, what was in it, like, some of the movies, it's hard to pick, a certain one, mostly because this book I was forced to read, and when I'm forced to read, it's hard for me to find liking to it, but I did. I tried my very best, and I found one. Which is, it's a weird time, because you're probably like, no, she didn't read it, so why are you choosing chapter 1? And I'm like, yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did. I definitely read it. And no, I didn't do that thing where I read the beginning and then the end of the book. I did read it. That was a one-time thing. I'm sorry. It was a long night. I had a lot of assignments, which is no excuse, but, like, it brought you joy, didn't it? You laughed, so, I mean, it was good. And everything. A lot of things I learned, like, I know we went over a lot of things, like ISIS and stuff towards the end, which was depressing. But, like, watching James Bond movies, I feel like just made the class 10 times better. Because I knew, like, I could enjoy a movie while also, like, learning some stuff. Because you'd inform us, like, what was, like, we were learning. What kind of crap was in it. That was fun. I didn't even think there was going to be that kind of stuff in it until you're like, hey, there's racism in this. And there's also where women mean nothing and they're only tools. Like, mind blown. Things I didn't know, though, is, again, how many dang James Bond movies there are. Like, why? And then, like, you know, the Octopussy, you know, like, the names. Why? Let's just be normal. Why did people gotta be like this? Like, I could think of 10 times better names for either the title of the movie or the names. They were just out of this world. Like, you think James Bond movies, like the latest ones, they're not that bad. The names aren't too bad. They're like, you know, regular names. Like Emily or something. But then you get, like, older, you get the older movies. And you're getting names where it talks about a girl's, down there as her name. And she's just like, yep, that's my name. Accept it or, leave. Because I'm a better plane driver than you are. It's like, whoa, lady, I don't know why you're feeling so happy about this and so confident. That name is so messed up that the whole time you tell me that's your name, I just laugh. I wouldn't take you serious. I'd just laugh. Because why would I take someone whose name has the area in her name? Like, why did men have regular names? They were perfectly fine. They had, the perfect name, or not perfect names, let's not say perfect, but the regular names. I'm just like, okay. I mean, it's kind of funny. It brought some laughter to that movie. Oh, sorry, yawn. Been a long finals week, okay? Sorry. I know I'm ranting about, like, the one thing, and that's just names, but just the names was like, okay, good for you for getting that name. I hope you enjoy it. But okay. The connections I'm making though are like, how much shit is in it? And I've already said, racism, how women are below us, and like how Asian people were all the same thing. They were always below people. Like, there was never anyone above the white man. It was like, okay. I didn't know those movies were like it until you pointed out, like, these things are in there. And then I was like, that makes sense. Why that was in there. That makes sense now, unlike, like, a bunch of other things. Like, dang. Also, while reading this book, it may have been a little interesting, but I'm not gonna lie, forcing people like me to read just makes me not want to read it. I read it, but like, it was hard. I'm not a, hey, I'll gladly read it kind of person. Like, just, sorry, I'm getting off track. It's just, I was looking at the book as I was sitting here talking into this video camera. I about said you, but then I realized I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to a phone who's recording a video of me talking. Anyway. And, like, the movie, the book was just, it just created some points of views that I didn't know, and now, oh my god. I am so sorry for the yawning. I am not meaning to. Maybe it's because I've been staying up late. That doesn't help, probably. Anyway, okay. Also, I've never heard of James Chapman. You know, the author? Never heard of him. I don't know if maybe he's got better books. I can't say better book. This book wasn't too bad. It's not the end of the world book. I've definitely read worse. Like, The Thief Lord. I don't know if you've read it, but I've read it and I don't recommend it. It's like 500 pages long of boringness. And I don't even know if boringness is a word, but I'm saying it is. Because I feel like it. I feel like it isn't, but I'm just gonna say it because I already said it and no way to come back. Gotta be confident. Like those girls that love their names that have pussy in it. Whoop whoop. Love it. I don't know why they like it, but woo, go them. I think another thing that bothered me, it's a weird thing that bothered me, was like the music. Like when the movie's about to start, it was always so creepy. I mean, the singing wasn't too bad, but like the video, I didn't like it. I was like, just play the movie. Don't play that now. Wait until the end. I don't know. I know it's a different time now, but like, it was so weird. I didn't enjoy it. I was like, okay, go off. And it was always a girl singing, which I mean isn't a bad thing. It was like always a girl singing. It always had the title of the movie, and I'd never seen that until then. Then like, like the one, was it, oh my gosh, The Golden Eye? They'd sing about that. I'm like, what? I don't know where you guys got that, or how you rhymed, or how you made it sound somewhat good. But you did. So I'm like, okay, go off, sis. Keep singing your powerful music, making the shit look good. You know, actually, I know this has nothing to do with it, of course, you know, again. I totally forgot. I was going to do this earlier, I promise, but, like, I didn't know. I need to read better. I've been really bad at reading, like, the directions lately. It hasn't been good. Anyway, like, how you said that it's going to be, like, way before finals week. Like, you literally said that it's not due finals week, it's due the week before, and I was like, oh, that's fun. Didn't read that part. Now I have to do all of it tonight because this dum-dum didn't read directions. Love it. Whoa. It's definitely a celebration time. That's what I'm talking about. Celebration. Oh my god. This is so... I don't know how you talk for like an hour and 20 minutes. It's so hard to talk about a book for 30 minutes. Like, I'm finding difficulty. Like, literally, I've been talking about the book, and then suddenly I'll go off somewhere else because I don't know what else to talk about the book. Like, I keep saying like. I'm sorry. That's just... It's coming out of me. I can't take it back. Oh my god. It's like the third time I've yawned. I'm sorry. At least the cover of the book isn't too bad. There's definitely been worse. I've definitely read worse where they've got the cover of it looking interesting. And yeah, I don't know how you talk. Is it because you rant too? I know you like ranting. We like ranting. We're ranting partners, am I right? Yeah, that's what I thought too. You know, for the longest time, I didn't read the books. Like, I'd read them, but, like, not the day you told me. So sorry about that. We'll apologize now. I gotta come clean, so I feel better about what I've done and shit. Like, I don't know if I have you next semester, but I might have you the semester after that. I don't know yet. I didn't really look at my schedule, so we'll have to do that at some point. Anyway, back to this discussion. I always find it funny when books are, like, I've suggested, like, I could have chosen the ISIS one, really, because that one had a lot of information. I just chose this one because we've just been watching so much James Bond, that I was like, you can't really, like, skip that, or, like, choose something else. I mean, I'm betting, like, the smarter people in our class probably chose better ones, because, you know, they're smarter, but I was like, you know what? We watched James Bond throughout the whole semester. Why would I want to go away now? This is a terrible audio log. I've been yawning. It's not the best one. Trying my honestly bestest, though. And that's all that matters. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, I'm right. I see things... I see that you said you can always turn things in early. Yes, we can, buddy. Yes, we can. But did we? No. No, we didn't. Honestly, I didn't even see that one of your assignments said that it was due by midterm. Until after midterm. I was like, well, right now I still have an A, so I don't know what that means. But... And now I see that you're just like, oh, they're all due by Friday or today. Tonight. That's why I'm working my butt off right now. Because I'm also really hungry. This has nothing to do with it, but I was really hungry. I don't know, like, I'm gonna go off on rants because I've talked about this book and I've talked a ton about it. But, like, I have so much homework due. And it's not just you. I have math and I don't have my tutor. He's no longer there. And I don't trust anyone else. So now I've got to be like, all right, brain, try to think of math. Because you ain't getting it. And statistics. It's statistics. I hate it so much. Statistics is dumb. It shouldn't be a class. I feel like statistics shouldn't even be taken for criminal justice. Like, what's the point? I'm gonna train dogs. I'm not gonna, count numbers on how many dogs I want to train. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll train that dog. It's not gonna take me trying to figure out the statistics, what the p-value is. Don't need to figure out what the freaking p-value is for a freaking dog estimation. Oh, it's annoying me so much. And then I have a math project due. It's dumb. Also, I'm literally missing class right now. Not on purpose, but because I'm working. I didn't realize I was working, and, I want to get paid. So now I'm hoping that I don't fail her class. I know this still has nothing to do with this class, but, like, I'm kind of nervous now. I don't know if you're probably hearing it in my talking and what I'm doing, but I am nervous as no other. And now I know that I have so much stuff due. I have a final due on Sunday. Sunday. It's like, why not just the whole week? Well, no, it's not due on Sunday. That's due on Monday. But I have a thing due on Sunday that has to do with that same class. I was like, why didn't you just make it due today? Or, like, the day I had to do it? Because then it'd be easier for me because I would have done it. I would have summarized, and now I have to do it all without, getting or procrastinating, which is what I've done now. I procrastinated this whole week. Hey, I have shit I need to do. That's like the last thing I need to do. Nope. It should have been like one of the first. It should have been one of the first things I did, so all I had to do today was like nothing. Nothing. Just nothing. But now I have to do it. So that's great. We're doing great. Also, it stopped raining. I know this still has nothing to do with it, but it stopped raining. That makes me happy. I did not want to give tours in the rain. Anyway, this book, this is so hard to continue talking about. Because, like, I've explained why I like the book. Weird words were in there. There was a lot of, suggestions on what it could be and how much racist these movies are. And then I've also talked about, like, what I learned. I literally learned the different kinds of things that are happening in James Bond, and that there's so many James Bond movies. What is with that? Can't there have been like one or two? Maybe 3 if we're feeling frisky that day. But like, I don't even know how much. Like 7 or 8, 9 maybe, I don't know. Who's counting? They just keep continuing. So, like, it's just going great. Just going great. I'm guessing you watch all of them. I've watched the newest ones. Like, coming into this class was the first time I actually watched the old ones, which was kind of like a refresher because, I've seen the other ones 1,000 times because of my dad, and he likes action movies. Doesn't like horror movies, but he likes action movies. He's a chicken. It's like, come on, Chad, you're so much better than this. I know you are. But anyway, I really wish that we could have watched more at least. I know because we had other books we had to work on. That's why we couldn't watch the other ones. But, like, I feel like it would have been so fun if we did the other ones too. Like, whew. This is so long. I'm only at, like, 18 minutes. Now 19. But, like, I don't know how you can talk for 30, or, like, how I can talk for 30 minutes. I'm guessing it would have been easier if I would every day I read something, or, like, not read something, but, like, say something. That probably would have got me to 30 minutes. Would have been 10 times easier. But again, procrastinator, I'm a queen right there on procrastinating. It's just it's not my passion, but I'm pretty damn good at it. Like, no one comes close, except maybe a bunch of other college students, but in this room, no one comes close to me. I am the master at it. People are asking who's the better? I'm the better. I'd much rather do this than write an essay, though. Like, I hate essays. Especially since last semester, I had to write an 8-page essay. I was like, ma'am, why? This wasn't needed. I even did a speech for her. I was like, just doing a speech would be easier. And we did a speech anyway, but, like, it wasn't as much points. I'm actually good at speeches. Not too bad. I could definitely improve, but I'm not too bad at it. Also, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna suggest a movie you should watch. Don't know if you've seen it. Don't care if you haven't seen it, but you need to see it. I don't know if you've seen Gladiator. Gladiator is a great movie. You might hate it because I know you got strong opinions about everything. So you might have already seen it and have a strong opinion. Don't email me if you have watched it. And then you're gonna, like, voice your strong opinion. Because I probably won't look. Because who checks their email in the summer? Maybe except you guys. Like, not me. Okay, we're done. We're done. Goodbye. I'll see you next year kind of thing. That's when I'm gonna get emails that are like saying, hey, you got this due, haven't returned this and shit like that. And I'll be like, ma'am, I'm 3 hours away right now. I'm at home. I can bring it to you, but today ain't the day because I am at home. Also, I got a job. I know I got a job on campus, yeah, whatever. But I got a job at home. I never had it. I usually just worked on the farm because my dad's a farmer. So it's fun. It is so bad. I have, like, barely ranted about the book, and I've mostly ranted about what's going on in my life right now. Hope you're enjoying it. You get to hear my whole life story right now about what's happening, what will happen, like, shit like that. Like, you're hearing it, and I hope you're enjoying it. Because I am gladly enjoying ranting about this. It's been so long. I needed this enjoyment of ranting. And I swear to God, if I accidentally delete this, I'm gonna be so pissed. So pissed. Because, like, I am kind of, like, my throat's dry from talking. Like, how does your throat not get dry while talking for, like, an hour and 20 minutes? Because, like, I am so dry right now. And I'm just trying to talk for 30 minutes about a book. And then when I quit talking about my book, my life. Because, wow, my life is so interesting these days. You know, making that bank. Getting paid. Training my dog to do tricks. That was fun. I'm still doing it. I really hope I take your class, because your class is always like, this is a breather. Now I can do and be, like, so happy. Like, that's your class to me. Every other class is like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, don't want to go. But your class, I'm like, I can go. I can go. Other classes, I'd be like, I can skip. I can gladly skip. Because you are boring. Not you, though. I love how you swear all the time. Like, other teachers will be like, pardon my language, fuck. And I'm like, just say it, ma'am. Just say it. I've heard it all the time. I'm a sailor at home. I'm a sailor here. I try not to swear. Because I don't like when people are like, oh my God, she swears. So, like, I only swear at home. And that's a lot. Especially when you deal with Chad. Never met him. You never probably will. But Chad Fank, he's a demon when it comes to farming. Like, I don't know if you've ever rock picked. Don't rock pick. Don't. It's not fun. I would much rather, like, dig a hole than pick rock. I also end up always getting so dirty while picking rock. Never mind this. This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I mean, I guess we could get back to the book. It wouldn't be too hard. Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard. I mean, like, the book wasn't, I don't know. I've definitely read worse. And, like, it gives you a ton of information about all the, like, it's not just the latest or, like, the oldest James Bonds. It's given, like, a lot of information. And sometimes they're not even talking about James Bond. They're talking about just, like, playing action movies or, like, playing racist shit. I mean, most of the time it's James Bond because, you know, it's a James Bond book, basically. But, like, it can travel out there sometimes. She can be like, hey, chica, I'm moving. I am gonna venture out, and then be like, never mind. It's too scary out there. The real world is just scary. And it's like, yes, I completely agree. I don't even know what taxes are, to be honest. So we're struggling with life right now. I mean, I know what taxes are. I just don't know how to pay them. I have to take an accounting class too. I am fucked. So fucked. But I have to take it. So that's wonderful. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should return the book or not. Like, cause you know, people can read them and shit. Like, this book isn't one where it wasn't one I rented. It's one that I actually bought. But I don't know if I'd read it again. Like, it's a good book, but it's not one of those books and be like, wow, I really want to read that again. It sounds so interesting. I really want to read it. So, like, okay. You're probably not, I'm not going to read it again. So, like, I could probably, I don't know if, last time I tried to return a freaking book, I wasn't allowed to return it because they weren't using it that semester. It's like, just take it. You don't have to give me the damn money, just take it. I don't want to have to deal with these books in my house that are just going to sit there and collect dust because I don't want to read them. I have so many other books that I'd much rather read. Like, I'm a very, like, I've turned into a romance novel kind of person. You didn't need to know that, but, like, I used to be adventure / romance. Like, I wrote Throne of Glass. That's a great series. It's a great book series, and I loved the last book. It's the end, you know, finale and shit. Great book. Love it. I would read that series over and over again. Name the day, the time, the place, I will read it. All of it. And they're not small books either. I've been known to read a book in an hour and finish it. If the book is interesting enough, I will finish that mother trucker in like minutes. Because a good book is so easy to finish. Like, if it's good, you're like, I'm going to continue reading because that sounds good. But like, if it's not good, then you're like, oh, well, I can read it later. Like, I have time later to read it. And you're like, no, read it now. Now. Because you have to talk about it tomorrow. But like, if I could choose the book I wanted to talk about, I'd be ace in that class. Because I'd be like, well, in this book, this bitch was complaining because she had fire. And she was trapped in like a cage. And I was like, sis, stop. Just stop. Quit complaining. It's nice out now. This is kind of dumb me talking about the weather, because I don't know when you're going to check this, but it's nice out. That's fun. I love when it's nice. Because, you know, it's supposedly summer. Not. I mean, the grass is green. It is green, so let's give it that. That's literally it. That is literally it. It has been so hard to talk for 30 minutes. Like, it's 28. There's 2 minutes left, and I'm still trying to get through this. Like, oh my god. Like, I've barely talked about the book right now. Which this is probably not the assignment you wanted. You probably wanted me to fully just talk about that book the whole dang time. And you had to be at least 30 minutes for it. My god, man. Like, what are you expecting from me? I don't normally talk this much. I'm not a talker. I'm a, like, I don't want to say follower, because I don't like following. But, like, I'm just not a person that will talk. I'll just be like, okay, and then walk away. Because who gives a shit what others think? So this has been interesting. I hope you've been enjoying this. Because, I mean, I kind of enjoyed this. Like, I've been needing this rant. I've been needing to let it go ever since this week started. Because for some reason, it just started shitty. And knowing I finally got this all off my chest, I feel pretty good. Well, not all the way good, because I have a bunch of shit I still need to finish. But, like, pretty good right now. Like, pump it up. We're nearly done. Last day of school. What up? Whatevs. Who doesn't like that idea? But If I don't have you next semester, I'm really gonna miss you. Like, I like you as a teacher. Unlike other, like, teachers, I've just, like, I've had to actually like them. But, like, it's so funny, actually. My advisor was like, do you want to be a history minor? Because of how many history classes I've taken. And I was like, ma'am, I don't think you understand. The only reason I've taken that many history classes is because of the professor. Like, no way in the heck is because I want to be a history minor. It's just because I like you. You're a fun teacher. I enjoy your class. Okay, now that my rant's over, I'll leave you alone. Sorry you have to listen to all this for 30 minutes. I don't know if you're going to enjoy it, because most of it was not about the book, but see you!